everyone, our very first weigh-in. Let's go ahead and hop on the scales, see where you guys are gonna weigh in at, and then we'll go through that.
Paula Josh, 167.6.
Bianca, 181.5.
It's Catherine, 230.4.
Adjustable Whitehill, 180.8.
Jennifer Strickland, 161.7.
Carmen Afia, 186.2.
Trisha, 230.2.
255. Stacy.
This is Mary Starr. 145.532.
Jewel Tabor, 295.0.
Judy Simpson, 161.6. Heather N, 184.6.
I mean, it is what it is, but when you're forced to take those progress photos and look at them and weigh yourself and do your measurements and all of that, it's like, holy crap. Sometimes we can be left in a place of, we can have a feeling of shame if we're not careful. Shame where we've allowed ourselves to get. Shame of maybe for all of us, I'm certain at some point, all of us have lost weight before. And so it can be remembering back to a time when we were skinnier or fitter or healthier or more in shape. And human beings, we can be our biggest critic. And I'm certain that for most of us, nobody can tear ourselves apart quicker than we can. And so one of the reasons why we weigh in live and why you do the photos every single week, there's several reasons, but one of them is to come to terms with where you're at. Because as long as we deny it, as long as we don't shine light on it, as long as we pretend that it doesn't exist, anything that we keep in darkness controls us. Anything we try to hide and pretend like it doesn't exist controls us. Anything that we try to cover up, like if my dog comes in the house and takes a crap and I just, splat, bad dog, and I take the rug and I cover up the crap, I didn't get rid of the crap. It's not gone. It's still going to smell. The only way to get rid of the smell is to get rid of the crap. And it's the same thing. And so during these next 12 weeks, we're going to be working really heavily on how you think, how you believe, how you respond in crisis, how you respond to stress, how you respond to emotion, how you respond when your day is not going well, how you respond when your day is going well. Because for some of us emotional eaters, like it's not just emotion when things are bad. Some of us emotional eaters, we like to eat to celebrate. And so, and then some of us just got both. We like to eat when we're sad and happy. Awesome. And so we're going to be diving in and we're going to be really focusing on this. Because if in these next 12 weeks, if I cannot change how you think, then I cannot change the results. I cannot change the form of your body. But if we can change the way you think, if we can change the way you respond, if you can transform on the inside first, then the outside is going to follow. But one of the biggest mistakes that people make, and unfortunately, this is diet culture, is we try to do an activity until we get to the goal. And then as soon as we get to the goal, then we go back to the way we were living. It's so jacked because all that is putting a Band-Aid on the problem. That's all it is. It's covering the crap up with the rug. Well, as soon as you peel the rug back, the crap's still going to be there. And so I'm not interested in covering up the problems. I'm not interested in how good you look on YouTube. I'm interested in your life changing. The Carmen that I am today, people will tell me sometimes, they'll be like, Carmen, you've changed. And I don't get offended by that. My answer is, thank you for noticing. Because if I wouldn't have changed, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you enter this program as one person and you leave as the same person, then I did not do my job and you didn't do yours. The goal is for you not to leave the same person. The goal is for you to leave changed. Because only when you leave changed will you have a change inside of your life. And so during these 12 weeks, there's going to be some moments where you love this program and you're so glad you're here and you thank God and you're like, oh, this is amazing. And I got to tell you, there's going to be some other moments where you're like, what was I thinking? Why did I want to do this? What in the world? And what I'm going to tell you is, if you don't have those moments where you're like, what was I thinking? Then I'm not doing my job. Because a coach is not just to cheer you on when you're doing well. A job of a coach is also to challenge you. It's to call you out on your crap. It's to celebrate when you do good, but it's also because, listen, we can't see our own blind spots. We all have blind spots. Like right now, I'm waving my hands. But if I'm not looking at the camera, guess what? I can't see my hands waving, but you can. I can't, but you can. Have you ever looked at somebody else and you can glaringly see why they're not succeeding in a certain area? You're like, dude, this is why you're failing. Let me tell you why you're failing, because it's so much easier to see where other people screw up. And the truth is, most of the time we're screwing up in the same way. We just can't see it. And so as your coach, my job is to help you see your blind spots. And as a cast member, your job is to trust that I have your very best interest at heart. And the only way this program has grown on almost 100% referral basis is because of the results people get. They feel personally compelled to go out and tell people of how this has changed their life. And so it's not about, do you agree with what I tell you? Because there's going to be some things in these next 12 weeks that you're not going to agree with. And how do I know that? Because if we all agreed on everything, we'd have the same health. We'd currently have the same stack when it comes to our health. So there's got to be some areas we disagree, or we'd have the same results. Because as a man or as a woman thinks, so he is, or so she is. And so tonight, one of the things we're going to start with is owning exactly where you're at. And it's where you're at's not good. It's not bad. It just is. It's where you're at. And it's not for you to compare yourself to anybody else and be like, well, at least I'm not where she's at. Or there's the thing of, oh, I can't believe where I let myself get. No, none of that's going to help you. Focusing on the past, understand your past choices were what got you to where you're at. Your current weight, your current size, your current health, your current blood pressure, your current BMI, your current body fat percentage. It's the past choices that got you here right now. Can you change them? Can you do anything about them? What most people focus on is they focus on going back, and they would rather try to work really hard to erase dried ink, to try to rewrite the old chapter, than to focus on the one right ahead of them. So we're not focusing behind you. We're not focusing on your past mistakes, on your past failures, on the past things you said you were going to do that you didn't do. Anyone got any of them? I do. I got a lot of them. Even though I tried really hard to be a woman of my word, I still got them. I don't care about those, because those were just learning moments. Those were moments that prepared you for where you're at now. And I know that if it wasn't for all of my failures, I wouldn't be the coach, the wife, the mother that I am today. And before you get the results you want, you've got to put in the work and you've got to put in the effort. And I'm not talking about a half butt effort. I'm talking about 100% effort. I'm talking about going all in as if your life depended on it. I'm talking about being fully present for every single moment that we're together, making the most of this opportunity. Some of you are going to look back on tonight and literally, without exaggeration, this is going to be the first day of the rest of your life. This will be the first day that everything changed. So these next 12 weeks, you need to be selfish. And some of you, when I say that, you have this thing inside of you that's like, oh, especially those of you that are Christian. I see this all the time with Christians because, and I'm not saying it's all Christians, but we like to wear this badge of I'm selfless. Didn't you see everything that I did for everybody? I'm so going to heaven. I'm so sorry. In that same book, it also says to take care of your what? Your freaking temple, which is your body. And so don't give me no freaking selfless crap. Because let me ask you, how much can you pour from an empty cup? Nothing. And if you ain't taking care of yourself, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You can't really take care of anybody else that well anyway. You just can't. And that is the truth. And so often we hide behind this thing of, well, I'm just too busy. I've got all these kids and I've got business and I've got a husband. We all are busy. That is the truth. We've all got a list of things that we have to do. All of us do. So it's not about like getting to a place where you have nothing to do. It's about learning to make yourself a priority. It's about learning to not get the time, but finding the time, stealing back time from things that don't matter. We have 168 hours in a week. 168 hours. Take back time from Netflix. Take back time from freaking Facebook. Take back time from YouTube. Take back time from whatever it is that is stealing your time and invest it into yourself, which is the greatest investment you will ever make. It will pay you dividends, but you're never going to get to where you want to go if you're not willing to invest the time and the money. You've already invested the money. You had to do that up front. Now it's the time. You've got to invest the time and do the work. And if you do that, 1 year from today, you will not recognize your life. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And more importantly, it's in the power of your tongue. And so it's one thing for me to say, here's what's going to happen in these next 12 weeks. This is going to be the first day of the rest of your life. This is going to be so powerful and so impactful. It's a whole nother thing for me to say it than it is for you to say. And it's so much more powerful when you proclaim what your intentions are and why you're here and what you're here for and what ground you're here to take.
Hi, my name is Bianca. I'm from Texas. This morning I weighed in at 181.5. I declare that this is going to be the first day of the rest of my life, investing in not only my health, but myself in general. This year, I made it a priority that I would take care of myself first, because in the past, I have not, and it has led me down a path where I put myself in the back burner. But today is the day that I commit to myself fully, totally, and I'm going to give 110% during this program. As much as I can. Life happens, when we plan, evident by this week, getting COVID. But I'm going to make the most of the good and the bad days. So yeah.
I'm Judy Simpson. I'm from Maryland. I weighed in at 161.8, and today is the first day of my life. I'm very excited to commit to this program, have committed to this program. The reason I'm really feeling like it's time to take a hold of my life to get myself healthy, stay healthy. In my professional and personal life, it seems like I'm a caregiver for so many other people. And I have a wonderful husband who says, time to take care of yourself, do it. But I never believe it. I always believe that I'm there for everybody else. And he even had said to me yesterday, which really teared me up, was that he said, you know, you're always the rock for everybody else. He said, I'm really glad you're doing this. And it's going to take time, but oh my gosh, he's super supportive, which, you know, I never had really asked him to be. So sorry, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. It means not only that I'm getting support from somebody I didn't think really cared about, you know, the food or my weight or this and that, but it means so much to me that he's on board. And, you know, it's interesting. Growing up, I came from a meat and potatoes family. I'm one of those people that just loves to cook. And he's the one that actually had been saying, maybe we should start eating, but it's a habit. I'm so used to cooking the same way I've cooked for 60 years or whatever, that it's really hard to change. So using these containers and saying, you know what, I'm done. It's time to put all this away and really start for the first time in my life to do it right and to do something for me. So I'm really glad to be here. My mentors already have been fantastic. So again, I'm glad to be here. So thank you.
So yeah, my name's Stacy Shaughnessy, and I'm from Nevada. I weighed in this morning at 255.6. I am dedicated to make 2023 the best year for my health, and to show up 100%, and to make life changes to lead me in the right direction to be a healthier mom and grandma.
My name is Jewel. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I weighed 295 even. And I am committed to this program. I saw how it changed Jennifer and Wendy and Mary Star Carter, and some others, Heather Noggle. And I could see the difference. I was watching them. My mentors are so precious, and they want me to spend more time with them, but I told them that I think I'm taking advantage of my daughter now, instead of asking the group for things. And anyway, I get my priorities straight. And my husband he is very excited about this, which he hasn't been nice to me in a long time, because I've been like in a coma for a year. So I need this. And I've got 10 grandkids, and for children and their spouses, and I want to live. So I'm going to do everything I possibly can following this program, and Carmen and the cast, to do my very best.
My name is Catherine. I live in New Mexico. I weighed in this morning at 230.4, which means I'm already 7 pounds down, which I never thought I would say. That was kind of disappointing to lose that 7 pounds. I was a little hurt. Anyways, I am declaring that this is the year that I take my health and wellness back. I am declaring never again that my health and my weight is going to be a New Year's resolution. So I told my husband, I don't know if I'm going to have some sort of identity crisis after all these years. You know, it's just not happening again. So I am ready to do what I need to do get my priorities together so that I can pour from a cup that is full for my children, for my husband. I want to be the bright person that I know I am. That's just covered up with all the fluff. And as we know, it can kind of push down our personalities and dull us out. I'm just ready to bring out the bright, fun woman that God created. And I am just giving my all to you guys and to this program, and just wishing everyone the best of luck.
Hey, I'm Mary Star Carter. I'm from Florida. I weighed in at 145.5 this morning, and I am here to level up. I got so much out of my season 2, and I am ready to go all in at a higher level to learn a greater deal of capacity for myself, for the people around me, for the people I lead. I'm here to learn how to do all this and deal with whatever comes my way stress-wise, that I can be in high levels of stress and still maintain these habits. I'm here to play to win. I'm here preparing to win. And this time I'm going to protect my wins. And that is my declaration for this season.
Hi, my name is Heather. I live in Indiana. I weighed in this morning at 184.6. I just had to say to Catherine, you might be the only one who lost weight this week. I am so thrilled to be here right now. My declaration that is, I am going to embody the statement that power of life and death is in the tongue. I am going to be a good example. Right? Every once in a while, be an example of what not to do, but mostly I'm going to be a good example. And I'm gonna level up by showing others. You know, I participated in season 5 because I was in a place of desperation, and I'm still kind of floored by the idea that anybody paid attention to me. Jewel just said she paid attention to me. I've known Jewel for 15 years. But yeah, I am going to show some people what can be done. And that I'm not the only one who can do it. I'm really not that special. I might be a little bit louder than everybody else, but I got the same physiology. I got the same, my body works the same as everybody else's. It's this brain pan part that you have to work on. And I'm going to master that part this time.
Hello, I am Jennifer Strickland, and I'm super happy to be back for this season. I weighed in at 161.7 pounds this morning. And I am fully committing to my coach, my cast members, myself, and my family to make this the last time that I have to lose this last 46 pounds. So I am doubling my effort to go above and beyond, making my health a priority so that I can be here for my family, to fulfill my purpose, to live well, and to feel great doing it all.
Good evening. My name's Afia Perkins. I live in Philadelphia. I weighed in this morning at 186.2. And I declare that this is my last day 1. And the reason why I'm declaring that is because I have to change my behavior. I'm no longer starting a diet. This is me embarking on the rest of my life, my healthy eating, a journey for me and my family. And there will be peaks and valleys, but I'm not quitting. I'm not restarting. This is my last day 1. I will reach my goal. I am 21 pounds away from my goal, and I will maintain my goal, and I will get there very quickly, and I will learn how to be in the freedom phase with season 7.
I am Paula from Michigan, and I'm so excited for this second chance. I had told Carmen, or not, if this came, I know I was taking full advantage of it. So I declare that this will be the last time that I lose weight. I will achieve my goal weight, and I will learn how to maintain it. And this 12 weeks, I'm going to learn how to be honest with myself, not play these games, because in the first 6 months, it did go really fast. And I was really excited in the beginning and I was following all the directions, but I went back into playing the old games. But the cool part about it is I'm aware of it now. And so I'm coming in completely committed, fully honest. But what I learned is that this is no longer a joke, it's a lifestyle change. Like, you don't hide with food anymore. Just all the games that I've done for 20 plus years, I'm not doing them anymore. But the last season, I literally felt my mind shift. Like, but this time I'm going completely all the way. I'm not stopping. Like, I'm focused, and I'm taking my family with me. I'm taking my grandchildren with me, and I'm taking a lot of other people with me that want to take on their health. I'm already leading a group. I started a week ago, and this week they're down 24 pounds, 5 women. So.
Hi, I am from Texas, and today I weighed in at 230.2. And I declare that I will never weigh that again. I am very blessed that I get a second chance at this. And I can't mess it up this time. And I am not going to let emotions or family issues or anything like that come in the way, and to let old mindset come back in. And I know how to do this, and I just have to be strong and not let that take over again. So I'm committed to this program 100%. I'm not going to skip my planned treats, and I'm going to make sure that I do all my containers, because those were 2 of the things that I really struggled with the last time. So yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Howdy. Hi, I'm Adesla, and I live in San Antonio, Texas. And today I weighed in at 180.8, and I'm back. I'm super excited to be here. And I declare that I am in control. I have forgiven myself for anything that I've done wrong or I've not done correctly, and that it is okay. And I have moved forward and am actively working towards my destiny. I struggled the most, as Paula, my mentor, who I have the privilege of being in the season with, which means more than you know, knows, is that I struggled with mindset. I think that I just could not get out of my own way. And at some point in time, it wasn't that I wasn't capable of doing this. It was just that my mindset was just wrong. And I would get into a funk and I could never really get myself quite out of it. And so again, power of the tongue for me is what I'm going to push forward with, and making a lot of I am statements and telling myself what I'm here to do. I am probably less than 30 pounds away from my goal. Like, who can believe that I'm even saying that when I was sitting here last season at almost 80 pounds overweight? So this time I'm not just playing to play. I am playing to win. I have a strategy. I have a goal in mind. I finished my freaking gallon of water. I'm here for it. So let's get this done. Let's get to our goals. I can't wait to see all of you guys be victorious, because I know that we can be. So.
Awesome job. And so one of the things I want you guys to do this week is I want you to write that out. I want you to write out your declaration, because just like any business that is starting has a mission statement. This is your mission statement. A mission statement defines activity. It defines what you do. It defines what you don't do. If it doesn't line up with the mission statement, if it doesn't line up with the declaration, it doesn't have room in your life. It's bye, no matter what it is. And so this is your mission statement for your health for this program. And so it's writing it out. It's putting it in a place where you can see it. It's letting the other people in your life know what your mission statement is, what your declaration is, what you have committed to, and that you are a woman of your word, and that this is not another thing that you're going to start and falter, that you are going to see this thing through, and you are going to push harder than you've ever pushed, and you are going to have results that people are going to accuse you of photoshopping your freaking photos when you're done, because they're going to look at the before and afters and say, no way, no how, that chick did that in this amount of time.